Find a quiet place and let your body arrive the way a traveler drops a heavy bag and stands a little taller. Feel the honest support beneath you, the floor, the chair, the bed, and the steady pull of gravity, reminding you that you don't have to hold yourself up by sheer effort. Let your jaw loosen. Let your shoulders settle. Let your brow smooth like water after wind. Breathe the way tides breathe when no one is watching, arriving, unfolding, returning. Nothing has to be solved in this moment. You are allowed to be exactly as you are. Invite a gentle awareness to sit beside you, a presence that looks at you without judgment. Picture it as a warm lamp in a quiet room, light that does not interrogate. With that light, glance back over the day that has passed, not as a prosecutor building a case, not as an editor hunting mistakes, but as a witness willing to see. Begin at whatever hour first appears. The way morning touched your eyes, the first name you said, the first thought that tried to hurry you. Let the scenes return at their own pace, as if a kind hand were turning pages. As the pages turn, pause wherever gratitude rises by itself. Notice the small mercies that often escape the net. A doorway held open, a message answered in time, the taste of fruit, the brief joke that eased a hard moment, the cup that felt perfect in your hands, a corner of sunlight on the floor. Let each instance of goodness have its full weight. Name it in your chest, not to hoard it, but to acknowledge what met you. Gratitude is a way of telling the truth about how the day loved you back. Now let your attention move toward the places where you were most alive. Where did your heart lift without asking permission? Where did you feel honest, clear, steady, energized, quietly brave, or gently kind? These are your green lights, movements toward what is most real in you. Linger for a breath on one of them. What were the textures of that moment? The sounds, the faces, the words you chose or chose not to say. Take in the details the way you inhale the scent of a room you want to remember. Turn with the same kindness toward the places where you dimmed. Where did you feel contracted, foggy, brittle, resentful, hurried in a way that made you smaller? Where did you speak past your center or stay silent against your own truth? These are not failures to punish. They are signposts asking for your attention. Hold one of them gently in your hands, the way you would hold a fragile letter. Ask what it was really asking for. Protection, rest, clarity, time, help, honest boundaries. Honesty is a better tool than blame. Bring to mind the people you touched today, by voice, by glance, by message, by memory. Let them come one by one, without forcing the order. For each face extend a simple blessing. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May you find what you need. If a difficult exchange appears, step a half pace back and look again. Imagine the weight the other person might have been carrying, the story you could not see. This imagining doesn't excuse harm. It widens the room so you can stand in it without armor. Return to yourself with the same mercy. Notice the tone you used inside your own head today. When you stumbled, how did you speak to you? When you tried, did you notice the trying? When you were tired, did you allow rest or pile on conditions? Let the inner voice soften now. You are not an emergency to be managed. You are a person to be companioned. Offer yourself the sentence you needed most today. I'm here. Take your time. You did what you could. We can repair what needs repair. If there were words you wish you had not said, set them on the table between you and the light. See them clearly. Feel the thread they tug in your chest. Without drama, name what you will do with them. Apologize, clarify, practice silence next time. Ask for a pause before speaking. If there were words you wish you had said, set those down too. Let the light rest on both piles, the spoken and the unspoken, until the heat cools and you can touch them without flinching. You are learning a gentler timing, Walk through the places your body held the day, behind the eyes where screens gathered, the jaw where certainty clenched, the throat where truth waited, the chest where worry perched, the belly where vigilance sat on a stool and kept watch. Breathe into each place as if opening a window. On the inhale, make a little space. On the exhale, invite the guard to sit down. Some guards will remain on duty. Thank them and dim the lights. Others will shrug and stretch and call it a night. Revisit one decision you made, large or small, and look at it with clean eyes. What information did you have? What pressure did you feel? What value were you trying to honor? If the choice was wise, let yourself learn from the posture that produced it. If the choice missed the mark, trace the path without contempt, and circle the moment where a small, different move might have shifted things. Do not rewrite history, harvest it. Bring the day's joys and sorrows into the same frame. Notice how they interact. Sometimes a joy is bright enough to cast a gentle light backward on what hurt. Sometimes a sorrow is honest enough to keep a joy from becoming a performance. Let them teach each other. Let them teach you to be a person who can hold two truths without breaking. This was hard, and I am grateful. I fell short, and I am still worthy of care. Now ask for forgiveness wherever it is needed, without bargaining, without theatrics. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is loosening the knot that keeps your hands tied behind your back when you need them free for tomorrow. If you harmed someone, admit it to yourself in plain speech and plan the smallest true step toward repair. If you harmed yourself by neglect or harshness, place a hand over the place that knows it and say, I see it, and I will try a kinder way. If you were harmed, acknowledge the bruise, reaffirm your boundary, and let the light stand with you. Let a lesson surface from the day, not as a slogan, but as something you can actually live. It may be as simple as breathe before you answer, ask instead of assume, go outside at noon, eat slow, write it down, say no without an essay, or look people in the eyes you love. When the lesson is small enough to fit in your pocket, keep it. The exam is not a hunt for perfection. It is the art of gathering one honest sentence at a time. Choose one intention to carry into tomorrow that matches what you've seen. Keep it human-sized. One conversation to approach with patience. One task to do with full attention. One boundary to hold without guilt. One playful thing to do on purpose. One place to leave 5 minutes early so you can walk at a kinder pace. Picture yourself doing it. Feel the shape of that moment in your body, how your shoulders sit, how your voice sounds, how your breath moves. Practice once in your imagination the way musicians practice scales. Sweep the day once more from morning to now, but faster, like a tide that knows the shore by heart. As the water moves, let it carry away what does not belong to your rest. Let it return what does. The spark of connection, the clean laugh, the relief of something finished, the courage it took to begin, the simple fact that you kept showing up. Keep what strengthens, offer what burdens to a wider mercy. Name a single act of repair you will attempt tomorrow. Keep it small and true. One apology without an argument attached, one clarification delivered in calm tone, one boundary you will speak once and then honor with action, one message you will send that you've been avoiding. Picture the moment you will do it, the room, the light, the words, and let your body rehearse the posture of that kindness. Write a one-line note to your morning self. Make it the sentence you most need to remember when the day gets loud. Place it in your mind where you will find it, or imagine it waiting on the kitchen counter beside a cup and a clean glass of water. A promise folded small, clear enough to steer the first hour. Think, if you wish, of those beyond your walls. Someone you love, someone you find difficult, someone you barely noticed. Extend to each a portion of the steadiness you feel now. You are not fixing their lives. You are refusing to let your heart grow small. A generous heart does not mean porous boundaries. It means the light can travel without burning you up. Notice if any part of you is still bracing for impact. Invite that part to look around the room with you. Is there anything right here, right now, that requires armor? If not, let one strap loosen. If yes, let the armor rest in place and bless it for its service. Courage is not the absence of protection. It is the presence of discernment. Return to the breath that has been faithful all along. Let it lengthen slightly on the way out, the way a sentence softens at the period. Feel how your ribs expand and settle, how your belly rises and falls, how the air touches the back of your throat. Let this simple rhythm be proof of life enough for tonight. You do not need more proof. If sleep is near, let the room grow softer by a shade. If you are continuing, let the same steadiness travel with you into the next task. Either way, set down what you cannot change at the foot of the quiet lamp. Set down what is not yours to carry. Set down the idea that you must earn rest by finishing everything. Rest is how you will finish anything at all. Offer one last thanks for the unremarkable. Air, gravity, fabric, the way your body has kept showing up for your life. Offer one last thanks for the remarkable. Someone's kindness, your own persistence, the way meaning sometimes finds you when you stop running. Nothing has to be dramatic to be sacred. When you are ready, let your eyes gather light again. See the ordinary lines and shadows of the room as if you were seeing them new. Notice how ordinary changes after you have told the truth gently. Carry the small sentence you chose. Let it meet your morning like a hand already open. And if you forget, return here. The lamp is still lit. The pages will wait. The kindness you practiced tonight is a path you can walk again.